Welcome Dash fam, I'm the best Dasher alive, aka Daddy Dasher, aka the double platinum Dasher. I'm going to show you the dankest bangers I've ever received, the best offers I've ever received while doing DoorDash. I started in 2022. We'll be looking at some offers from back then. We'll be comparing them to the offers I've gotten much more recently, especially since they've come out with the platinum, silver, and gold program. And what we're going to see is there is a very clear decline in the types of offers and the ease of getting good offers on DoorDash. And the reason I say that I'm a double platinum Dasher is because I'm also a platinum Amazon influencer, which I'm going to talk about at the end of this video for those who are interested, because as this decline has occurred on DoorDash, decline, I don't want to go to this store. It's been important for me to be doing better things with my time, earning money in better ways. And starting at the very beginning of this year, actually just barely at the end of 2024, I learned about the Amazon influencer program. And it's a really, really slick program, really great way to make some money, really good money, better than DoorDash money. And anyone can do it. It's really not that difficult. And they run a very similar program. They have a platinum, gold, silver, and bronze program. And in that program, I am platinum. So that's why I say I'm double platinum. And so if you're DoorDashing, just best to be platinum, but really you should be looking for other ways to make money. And the Amazon influencer program I found to be an excellent way to do that. And you want to be platinum in that program as well. That program is not full of a bunch of tricks and all that sort of stuff like the DoorDash programs are. It's just a good program and you get some really good perks if you get to the platinum level. But before we get to that, let's go through some of these dankest bangers, and I'm also going to include some of the most reverse bangers I've received. And I've been getting a lot more of those ever since this program has come out and the years have gone by. There's a lot more reverse bangers, which are the worst offers. And I'm going to be categorizing these into several different categories. We're gonna talk about low pay bangers, and then just your kind of mid pay bangers, and then your stack bangers, and then also your hidden pay bangers and your high pay bangers. So here's a quick look at what my area looks like. It's this outlined red section with the hot spots on it, and everything outside of that is outside of my area. That's gonna be particularly important when I show you the reverse bangers, because a lot of those are just sending me super far outside of my zone. All right, so 2022, we'll start with the low pay banger. And I got a lot of these where it's $7, 0.7 miles. I'm on an e-bike, super quick, super fast pickup, super easy to get there and drop it off, quick $7. Got these all the time, loved it. And then we've got some that look like this. So this one's a stack. I didn't put stacks in its own category. I put ad stacks in its own category. And what I mean by ad stacks is when you're already on completing an offer and then another one comes in. That's what I mean by ad stacks, which we'll look at in just a second. But this is just a great one. $15, 3.8 miles, 2 places, 2 drop-offs, everything super close together. Used to get these all the time. This one I just throw in for fun. This one did pay well. I didn't have the original screenshot of the offer, but when I picked it up, it was 100 live crickets. We'll call that a banger, because who's delivering 100 live crickets? $13 for 2.1 miles. Again, another just excellent stack, really low mileage, super easy to knock out on an e-bike. Love that offer, used to get them all the time. $12.50, 3.6 miles, Taco Bell. Pick up 2 orders at the same location at Taco Bell, drop off to 2 different houses. I'm still right in my zone, ready to pick up more offers right when I'm done dropping those off. And that's a huge part what makes a banger. Yeah, it's the low mileage and the high pay, but also I'm looking for, when I'm done completing the order, I better be in position to field some other really good offers. Another one, $12, 2.7 miles. And now if we look at the added stacks, so you're already on a delivery, an extra $7.75 for 1.7 miles. And then this one right here, an extra $7.50, and it didn't actually add any distance to my route because it was exactly on the route that I was headed. And you've got hidden pay. So this one, for example, $27 came in higher than the $16.75. So it was already a good offer, $16.75. If I accepted it, it means the mileage was good, but then it came in at $27. That's a banger. And this was one of my all-time favorite offers I've ever received. $17, 1.6 miles, Bagel Shack. I love Bagel Shack and they're good with DoorDash. And so $17, 1.6 miles, drops me off in a location where I'm instantly ready to field more good offers. Super banger. And by the way, none of this, like, I'm not in the high pay program. And this is in 2022. I'm declining a bunch of offers all the time, and I'm still getting these really good ones coming in. So $73.08 right here, 3.4 mile total. I did have to shop, but 73 bucks. I mean, that can be 2-3 hours of door dashing. Knock that out in probably like a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, something like that. Excellent. Super banger. Here's another one. We got 18 bucks for 6.6 miles. It used to not be super rare to see like $17 ones. Now it is. Like, the only way you can really get that is if you're a platinum dasher now. But again, back then I was declining everything. My acceptance rate was at like 10%, and I was still getting these. $18.50 for 3.2 miles. Had to shop, but it was shop for 2 items. I mean, that's really easy. $15.50, 0.9 miles. Now this one might seem kind of questionable because it is definitely taking me out of zone. It's a good pay. The mileage is a bit of mileage, but for the pay, it's fine. But what I learned, and why this is actually really a banger, is because I just learned to do the routes backwards. So instead of following the DoorDash instructions, it says go to this one first, and then the next one, and by the time you finish, you're all the way out of your zone. I went to the out of zone first and just worked backwards. So by the time I was done with all the deliveries, I'm sitting right back in my zone, ready for more offers. Banger. $16.50, 6.2 miles, great offer. $17.50, 5.6 miles, banger. $17.25, 6.3 miles, banger. So I got a lot of those. And as far as reverse bangers go, this is what that looks like. This is $16.50 for 12.7 miles, taking me super far out of my zone. My zone ends like right around here. I'll show you the zone map again. So this one's taking us all the way out over here, way far out of my zone. So that's what I refer to as a reverse banger. It's taking me super far out of zone, and the pay for the mileage is no good, especially considering how far I have to travel back to my zone. And this used to be quite rare, but now in modern days where they're running the platinum, silver, and gold program, if you get one of these and you decline it, it just goes, okay, great. Now I know what you don't like, and I'm just gonna send you a bunch of those and a bunch of those and a bunch of those, because really all DoorDash wants is just for you to be a good little boy now. Which is why I say, real talk, should just be working on something else and moving away from DoorDash. When DoorDash is good, it's good and it's fun. But when it's not, and they're being tricky and dumb and punishing you, then let's find something better to do. And I'll show you right here how the offers change now. That was 2022, before the Platinum Gold Silver program. 2023, 24, 25. Now we're in the Platinum Silver Gold, and things are a lot worse. But you still can get bangers, but you really do need to be in that Platinum program. But I'm also not saying like, if you're platinum, then DoorDashing is great. It's still not, but I'm just saying if you want to not get the worst of DoorDash, you gotta be platinum now. So here's what happened once they came out with the new, I think at first it was like the Diamond Dasher program, and then that turned into platinum or whatever, but they came out, and where I just showed you in 2022, I was getting $17 offers. Those were just normal offers, and I was declining all the bad ones, and I was still getting those. Now, with their new programs, if you still want those same offers, you have to keep your acceptance rate way, way up, which means you have to also accept all the bad offers. So that changed, and in order to just get these $17 for 2.8 miles, $17 for 3.6 miles, $20 for 5.7, $16 for 1.7 miles, that one's pretty good. But again, these used to just be normal offers, and now they came out with a new program. Oh, if you still want those, then you gotta accept all these other garbage ones that you've been rejecting. So that was super lame. But it's gotten even worse than that, because it's really the reverse bangers that's super, super irritating. So I'll show you the reverse bangers right here and the worst reverse bangers, and then I'll show you the most high paying bangers that I've got. Because again, if we look at my area map right here, we're gonna see what these reverse bangers are and what they look like, and how frequently DoorDash sends them to me. And like I said, DoorDash is interested in punishing you now. So if you aren't accepting offers and you're rejecting these ones, then it learns that these are the ones you don't want and not the ones that you'll reject, and it just keeps sending them to you. So you basically just keep spiraling down unless you start being a good little boy and taking all of them. But some of them, I mean, dude, these are just awful, awful offers. 14.9 miles for $14.75 for 14.9 miles. I understand areas vary a lot and every area is a bit different, but in my area, $2 per mile is definitely what I started out doing and was very easy to stick to, and not oftentimes, like I just showed you, get way better than $2 per mile. But then I just start getting more and more of this, and if I reject it, get more and more of it. So you just gotta be a good little boy and do what DoorDash says, and then you get some better ones, but you have to accept all the garbage. $4.75 for 3.5 miles, $6.50 for 5.4 miles, taking me out of zone. $4.25 for 1.8 miles. Like, these are all the ones I used to be able to reject and then still get the good ones, the stacks for $13, the $17 for a couple miles. But nowadays, these are all the ones that I just can't reject. So here's $13.25, 9.9 miles, super far out of my zone. Another one, $14 for 14 miles, super far out of zone. $4.75 for 3.3 miles, $15.50 for 12 miles, super far out of zone, $5.50 for 5.6 miles. Like this right here, this offer, it used to be a $13, $14 offer on repeat all the time. Here's $11.25 for 8.9 miles, super far out of zone. Like literally just the driving time to get back in the zone on something like this is easily 20, 25 minutes. Could, if there's traffic, 30, 35 minutes. Just it just makes no sense to accept these offers, and they just started sending them back to back to back. Literally, I'd sit there and get these 3 or 4 times in a row. It's like, you know I'm rejecting these, why are you sending them to me? Well, because you're just gonna keep rejecting them. So either spiral downwards or do what we tell you to and be a good little boy. Here's another one, $15.25 for 11 miles, super far out of zone. $15 for 12.1 miles, super far out of zone. 12 miles, $12, 10 miles, super far out of zone. Just on repeat over and over again. $6.25 for 7 miles, super far out of zone. $14.75 for 14.7 miles, super far out of zone. Like, these offers aren't even just offers. $14.25 for 14.5 miles. They're literally punishments because I'm rejecting stuff and not taking everything they want me to. $3.75 for 3.2 miles, $13.50, 11 miles out of zone. $11 for 11.6 miles, super far out of zone. But you get the point, and I've got way more of these that I can show you. Like, I'm literally only a quarter of the way through all of these different screenshots of all these reverse bangers that it sends me. So it honestly really has gotten ridiculous, the games and the punishment that DoorDash puts on you if you decide to decline offers. Now let's look at the absolute worst ones DoorDash has sent me. So here's the lowest ad stack. So you're already on an offer and they add this one to the offer. Here's the worst one of those I've ever received. $2.75 for 1.3 miles. Now, mileage to dollar, not terrible, but $2.75. And this isn't I'm picking it up at the restaurant I'm already at or I'm dropping it off to the same house. This is just a completely separate offer, separate delivery, where you go to a different restaurant and to a different house for $2.75. That amount just should never exist. Maybe if you're picking it up and dropping it off at the same place, but that's crazy. And then as far as just a single offer goes, no other stacks or anything like that, this is the worst one I've seen. $3 for 1.9 miles. You should not be turning your car on for $3. Crazy, crazy offers, but these are the type that you have to accept now if you want not even the better ones, just the ones that used to be normal, but now they've wrapped them up into these platinum, high pay, diamond programs. And it's like, yeah, no, these are the special ones. They're not the normal ones you used to have. These are all the special ones. And if you want the special ones, which are just the normal ones, then you got to do $3 for 2 miles, which is definitely, you lost money on that delivery. There should never be a delivery where you lose money on. That just shouldn't be a thing. On a little bit happier of a note right here, let's take a look at the best high pays I've received. So the biggest one I've ever received in these new programs is this $70 one right here. But you also have to travel 47 miles, which, and you know, it's quite a trip, and it's taking you far out of zone, so it's quite a trip back into zone. But it is $70, and so you don't have to sit around waiting. You can just actually be working that whole time. Not terrible, not great, but it is a high dollar amount, $70. That's pretty rare to see. Now here's the best one I think I've ever seen, because this is $60 and this is inside of their new platinum, gold, and silver program. And it does the way, like I explained earlier, the way it wants you to go do the deliveries is do all the ones in your zone, then work your way out of your zone, and by the time you finish the last delivery, you're super far out of your zone. Just did it backwards, so I ended up literally almost right where I started when I finished. So this was a super banger, but also super, super rare. And also I had to take a bunch of all the little garbage orders and the out of zone orders, so my stats were better, so I could be a platinum dasher, so I could get offers like this. So ultimately, DoorDash just be playing games. Big games, silly games, stupid games, corrupt games. So I started looking for something else because DoorDash is not as good as it used to be, and I found, like I mentioned earlier, the Amazon Influencer Program. To cut right to it, the really, really slick part of this program is you can get free products from companies, and then you can make little videos, real quick, just simple review videos of those products. They can even be 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute 30 seconds, really short, quick videos of products that you get for free. You just upload them to Amazon, and then Amazon places those videos on the product pages where people are shopping. And if someone watches your video and then buys the product, you get a commission off of that product. And so here's a look at my storefront as an Amazon Platinum influencer. See, that's me right there. I'm platinum, and you gotta hit certain stats every quarter, every 3 months in order to become platinum and remain platinum. But once you kind of get there, it's pretty easy to stay there. And you can see right here, I've got 1,832 different videos that I've made. So there's 1,800 plus videos floating around on Amazon that if someone watches and buys the product, I get a commission off of that sale. And that really, really adds up. And Amazon has some rules against me actually showing you my earnings, my exact earnings from the program. Like on DoorDash, they don't have an issue with that. So I've actually just shared, you know, all my screenshots and stuff of what I've earned. And you've seen that I've earned good money off of DoorDash. And I did it on the e-bike, so I saved on a bunch of costs. I didn't have to pay for gas and all that. So got to a point where I was able to actually make some pretty good money just doing DoorDash on the e-bike. And I've surpassed that no problem with the Amazon Influencer Program. And it's much more passive, it's much more flexible. There's not a bunch of trickery going on. It's a much nicer way to make money. So what you wanna do is get into the Amazon Influencer Program, and then you need to apply for what's called on-site placement or on-site commissions, which is what I just explained to you of Amazon takes your videos and puts them on the product pages, and anytime someone watches it and buys the product, you get a commission. Now, to apply to the Amazon Influencer Program, you apply with a social media account, and it doesn't have to be some big crazy account. Like there's people literally getting into the program with just 150 followers on TikTok, and they started that account only weeks ago. So you can get in with, you don't have to actually be an influencer to get in. You just have to have some little account that has like real posts and some real engagement, so Amazon can see that you're legit, and they let you into the program. That's the easy part. And then once you're in the program, you need to apply to the on-site commissions program. And that application is a little bit more difficult, but it's totally doable. But you get 3 tries, and you have to upload 3 videos that Amazon evaluates and decides if they're gonna let you into the program based on those 3 videos. Again, they're not super difficult, but you just only get 3 tries, so you wanna make sure you get it right. Really the first try, if not, really you need to get it the second try because you only got 1 more after that. But once you're into that program, you got into the Amazon Influencer Program, you applied for on-site commissions with your 3 videos, they approved and let you in. Now you've unlocked a gold mine. Actually, like a really nice little gold mine. Because once you're approved for on-site commissions, then you get access to this page right here, which is called Creator Connections. And in here, there's some really cool things going on. So the first thing that's going on is companies are posting their products in here and offering commission rates if you help sell their product. So what you can do is get their product, and you can get them for free just by messaging the brand inside of here and saying, hey, I'll make a video for you if you send me the product. And so you can get a bunch of products for free, and then you make little quick videos about them and just upload them on Amazon. And then Amazon will show your video to people, and if they watch the video and buy, you get a commission. So that's the first part, is companies are posting their products in here. You can get the products for free, upload videos that Amazon will show customers. But the best part of it is the companies inside of here are offering much higher commissions than Amazon offers. Amazon itself will typically only offer you like 1 to 3% off of a sale. So let's say the product is $100, the customer watches your video and buys it from and let's say the Amazon commission is 3% on that, then you're only gonna get $3. So what's really awesome about Creator Connections, on top of being able to get free product, is that they're offering much higher commissions, anywhere from 10 to 50%. Most of them are in the 10 to 20% range. There's quite a few, I mean, not a ton, but there's some 30% ones, and then occasionally some 50% ones. So for example, if the product that's being promoted, that you're promoting, that you made a video about, costs $100, and let's say the campaign commission is 10%, then every time you make a sale, you get $10. So if you just run the numbers a little bit, take my store for example, where I've got 1,800 products, almost all of those are making minimum 10% commission, and some of them are making a lot more commission than that. And as long as those products are searched for and sought out and customers are buying them a lot every month, then 1,800 products plus 10 to 50% commissions, and customers are buying the product a lot and seeing my video and buying, that adds up to some pretty nice money. But in my opinion, even better than the money is just the flexibility and a much better lifestyle, and you're not sitting in parking lots all the time where DoorDash is punishing you for not taking $3 offers for 14 miles. I exaggerated a little bit there, but you get the point. And honestly, I probably have seen offers like that. And so once you have access to Creator Connections, which is this right here, where all these different companies are posting their products with very high commission rates, 10 to 50% commission rates, then your job is just to find a bunch of products that sell a bunch every month that don't have a lot of influencer videos already made about them. Because if there's been 100 influencers that have already made a video about this product, it's gonna be really hard for your video to pop up and for you to start making sales. So if you find a product that's selling a bunch every month and there aren't a lot of videos, say there's only 1 or 2 videos, and you make the second or third video, your video's definitely gonna get seen, and you're definitely gonna start earning commissions just simply because this product sells a bunch every month and there's not a lot of videos. So now your video's there, and all the customers that are shopping for this product, they start watching your video. And some of them are gonna buy the product after they watch your video, and you're gonna get 10% of whatever the amount of that sale is. So if they buy $30 or $100, you're getting a 10% commission off of that amount. And when you have a whole catalog of 1,000 products or multiple thousands of products, now you're really making a lot of money. And to make that process easier of finding products that are selling a bunch every month, but that don't have a lot of competition, there's not a lot of other influencers who have made videos for that product, there's this really, really cool software program called Viral View, which is what you see up here. And it just unlocks some magic for you inside of Creator Connections, because it can be very time consuming to click into every single campaign in here and look at every single product. Some campaigns will have 150 products inside of them. Some campaigns will have just 1 product inside of them. And so to manually click and open and look at everything takes a very long time. But then on top of that, it's almost impossible to see how many influencer videos have been uploaded to that product. And so to save you a bunch of time and to really identify products that sell a bunch and have really low competition, meaning no videos have basically been made about them, use this Viral View software. And there's a tool right here called Product View. So if you click that, it opens up this little box, and inside of this box, it's imported all the products that you're looking at in the Creator Connections page. And it gives you all this different data, but most importantly, it tells you these 3 things right here: how much revenue that product makes every month, how many sales it makes every month, and how many influencer videos have been uploaded for that product. So right here, these products right here are selling 2,000, 1,000, 1,000 times every month, and there's 1 influencer video, 0 influencer videos, 0 influencer videos. So with this software, you can just run Product View and you can see, all right, this is exactly what I'm looking for, a product that's selling a bunch every month and there's not a lot of videos made. So now you message that brand, which you can do just like this. You just click this little box and you've already made a template, so you don't have to type it out every single time. It sends a message saying, hey, I'll make a video for your product if you send me the product. It's not always a yes, but lots of times you will definitely get a yes, especially if you become a platinum influencer. Then they see that you're legit and they go, yeah, great, we'll send it to you, and you make a video. And you're making a video for a product that sells 2,000 times every month that has 1 or 0 influencer videos. So now your video pops up there, and these 2,000 purchases that are happening every month, a lot of those purchases are gonna watch your video first, and you're gonna get a commission on that product, which in this case, the campaign commission is 10%. And so if we look at this product right here, it sells for, let's just call it $30 to make it a round number. So at 10%, every time this product sells, you get a $3 commission. And it sells 3,000 times every month. So it's not like you're just gonna get a commission off of 1 or 2 sales every month. You're not gonna get the full 2,000 sales every month, but hundreds, potentially, yeah, then that could maybe even be quite easy. Let's just say 100 of those watch your video and purchase, you just made $300 that month. But it could be that 1,000 of those watch your video and purchase. And it could be that that's occurring and you have 1,800 products in your store, and now that really adds up and multiplies, and you're making some really good money every month, and you're not having to deal with all of DoorDash trickery and punishment and low pay offers just to get the offers that used to be normal offers. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you have questions about it, you can reach out to me at bestdasheralive on Instagram is a good place to DM me. Try and help you out as much as I can. So getting inside of Creator Connections and then using this Viral View software inside of Creator Connections is an amazing business model. That's why I wanted to share it with you. And I'll also link the Viral View software in the description of this video. With a coupon code, you get 10% off for lifetime, and that code is BDA10. So just click that link, use the code BDA10, you'll get 10% off. Obviously, I understand there's a little bit of a process to get into the program here. You gotta apply to the Amazon Influencer Program, and then you gotta get approved for on-site commissions by getting those 3 videos to pass their review. Once you've done that though, and that's not like, it's definitely worth it to go through those couple of steps and get access to Creator Connections and get Viral View and start doing some research with Viral View, because like I just showed you, there's a lot of opportunity in here. It is definitely an untapped gold mine right now. Some people are tapping it a bit, but there's a lot, and it's growing a lot. Like, there's a lot of opportunity here. So get into the programs, Amazon Influencer, get approved for on-site commissions, get the Viral View software, jump into Creator Connections, become a platinum influencer, and start making some real good money from uploading little quick review videos as a platinum Amazon influencer to Amazon, and start earning those commissions.